Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction.
It was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that, bam. Boss! I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off you. Maybe tone it down. Maybe tone it down.
I have just one question, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
If Mr. Justice didn't leave the message in blood, then who did?
Huh? Well, that's not my job to find that out. That's the prosecution's job. My job is to defend my client. I'm the defense. The prosecution's job is the job to prosecute. My job is not to... Do I have to explain the entire legal system to you every time we do a trial? Well, looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station. Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Ah, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin.
Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than a two-bit con man. You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence. Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss? Let's do it. I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. Obviously, we're just gonna accuse the guy. The beady eye guy. The beady eye... Dig my way to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in the blood? The culprit? Apollo? Someone else. The real culprit did it. Yeah? Should have saved first. Oh well. Apollo didn't leave that blood in writing. Maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it. That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute. I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's even possible to write out Woods with just this much. Hey, you're right! Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault. In Japanifornia, it is very different. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so, but if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could it have been? Who could have written that message in blood? Someone else? If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left the bloody message? Apollo Justice, Juniper Woods, Candace Arm, no. Athena Sykes, Gaspin Payne. Do we just accuse Ted Tonate? I feel like we just shoot in the dark because I don't think we've actually got anything on him. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna be a bunch of scums, we're gonna save scum, and then we're just gonna accuse Mr. Ted Tonate because I think it's him. I think it's gotta be him.
This person left the bloody writing? And what do you base this claim on?
Do I need to base my claim on something? Boss.
Of course you do. Don't tell me you don't have anything at all to back up your assertion.
Nothing in particular, really.
That won't do, Mr. Wright, but...
Oh yeah, wasn't there another person who shed blood at the crime scene? If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left the bloody message? To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. But I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one person who shed this blood at the crime scene.
A person who shed blood? You don't mean...
Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm who left behind the message in blood.
What? Seriously, what?
What? Defective arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really. Usually not. No, like almost never. What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you said the attacker left a message to throw people off, it might have made sense. At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message. Uh-oh.
I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. Unless you took the blood out of his head and then just kept writing and he was bleeding and then you went there and it was like an inkwell. You used his skull like an inkwell.
But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. Woods could be someone else. A different Woods. I admit the investigation didn't have any connection between the victim and defendant. They'd never even met each other. That's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be.
The intended meaning?
Not what it means to me. Maybe the message was not intended to be Woods. Was it Sadoom? Sadoom! Sadoom!
Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have some other meaning?
Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of a wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right? The true killer was a forest. It clearly says Woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have? Objection! But Candace Arn was a detective. Maybe Woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. Are they numbers?
I didn't think of that.
You may have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed, and there's no such radio code as Woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright. Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes, which is to say none.
Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here.
No. Please wait, Your Honor.
Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing?
Well, I believe it's...
And no stalling! If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over.
I'm in trouble now. So much trouble that I am going to save my game. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language, or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix. You can do this.
Which piece of evidence will tell us what the word Woods really means?
I think you're right. 11R blue. 11R blue. Woods. Woods. I see the 0015R. Does it look like something else from a different angle? I don't quite see it. Is that where the switch is? It's in the woods? I'm gonna try the metal code, even though I don't actually think that's what it is.
The bomb transport case? I've had it about up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Take a look at the numbers on the case, Your Honor. Ah. L10015R. Doesn't this string look vaguely familiar?
L100? What does that have to do with anything?
What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand? Now, please take a look at the bloody writing. Oh, they changed it. They changed things. Oh, I see it. That's an L, that's a 1. They drew an extra line. He wrote it and then he changed it. That a girl, that's one on my side. It says woods. Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. It's a Wizard of Oz reference. The first character isn't a W, it's actually an L and a 1. The next two are zeros.
Oh my goodness.
The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Woods' name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case. What are you talking about? The next part doesn't even make any sense. The number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D. But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Wait. R. Oh, that's the 5. Right? The S is a 5? This is confusing, guys. No, I think it's erased 2 lines. We're gonna save, because I'm not confident. But I think it's erased 2 lines. Oh. Please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D.
Well, would you look at that?
That's the 5.
Lewis? Lewis? Who's Lewis?
No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L10015. Which, if you take away the final R, which has been removed by that piece of rubble. Okay, I was thinking about the wrong thing. Is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case. Humph! Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything into anything else simply by erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from your name? Would you be happy, Mr. Rye?
Well, would you, Mr. Rye? That's your name now, right? Because he erased 2 lines.
The only right spelling is right. It's right. Okay. I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines are added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people. What? The original message Detective Arm left behind was a transport case number, but whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message. If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent? We know.
Do you see this number here? That is my identification number.
Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose. No! To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing.
Oh, there are people in this courtroom. Oh my. Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name.
The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than Mr. Beep Boop himself, Ted Tonate. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tonate on the charge of the courtroom bombing.
No, please do not. Do not do that. Please, no.
Ted Tonate?
Apparently disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tonate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left this bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tonate's own ID number to finger him for the crime. Hey, why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name? He's got a good point there.
What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit. thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number. Now, just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm left the message, it should have been found at that time. Objection. Yeah, we know it was moved. Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so. What? Mr. Tonate was able to cover the message up because he's the first to find the body. A stickler for details. He's both of those things, right? The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonate himself.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
When Mr. Tonate saw that the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure. Oh, so that's why the message in blood was under the transport case. He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So those letters lived on to serve another function. When Mr. Tonate used them in another incident.
Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice!
Exactly. Mr. Tonate himself hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it, by adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was... Who was the same person who assaulted Mr. Justice? And that person is Ted Tonate. Yeah!
Order in the court. Order, I say. It looks like we will have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tonate take the witness stand.
Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright. Real good. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants.
Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. Beep, boop, Mr. Wright.
I've finally drawn Mr. Tonate back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart!
Yikes. Here I am once again. Would you like to play a game?
Mr. Tonate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable. Ha, 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 ha.
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonate. The message in blood matches your ID number. Lehuza her. The same ID number that is there on that bomb transport case.
Such a far-fetched theory, no better than a tangled ball of wires. I have them untangled for you in no time at all.
You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later.
I see, ×2, I double see, but then let me ask you, do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message?
That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright?
The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to... analyze the DNA, right? Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote the message. That'll take a while, though, won't it? Yeah? Oh, don't like that, do you, Beep Boop? You don't like that, do you, Beep Boop? No, you don't.
Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test with the forensics team. We'll all wait here for a month while that comes in.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do that right away. Immediately.
It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Probably 5 or 10 minutes. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is.
After the explosion.
I admit I was the first on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
Unless you moved her, you robot bastard! Saying the victim's body was nowhere near the writing was.
Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it.
It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there is blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there. Courtroom bombing photo added to the court record. That was technically there before in the other thing, but now it's a separate thing. It was part of the case details.
All right then, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart? He, ha, ha, he.
I guess we'll see, won't we? Okay.
I admit I was the first on the scene after the explosion.
Press. Why were you the first person on the scene?
To secure the area. It is regulation for a bomb disposal specialist to enter first.
In other words, you had the opportunity to alter the blood in writing then, didn't you?
Well...
Mr. Wright, please don't interrupt. Mr. Tonate is about to give testimony that will show just how wrong your reasoning is. Darn, I think he was about to say something interesting, too.
When I went in and saw the aftermath, well, it was quite a disaster. But there was no bloody writing there at the time.
You were able to tell this even with those goggles on?
With these goggles, there's no way I could have missed something like that. I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky head. Oh, you have a few grays, Mr. Wright.
What? Huh? No, I spent a lot of time staring at this hair. There's no way. Poor Mr. Wright, you're always working so hard keeping our office together. Wait a minute! I don't have any gray hairs! No, these are black as night and gorgeous!
Just kidding.
I object to the witness's attempt to prematurely give me gray hair.
Mr. Tonate, this court frowns upon untoward comments on a person's hair, or lack thereof. So don't make fun of the lawyer. I'm fine.
I'm sensing a great sorrow coming from the judge.
My apologies, Your Honor. May I please continue my testimony? Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it.
The problem is definitely with the distance. If she didn't write it, then who do you propose did?
Mr. Justice, of course. Just before dying, he wrote the name of his attacker, Juniper
Well, he's not dead! He's not dead! And if you'd been paying attention from the gallery, you'd know that. A final message from your poor subordinate.
Poor Mr. Justice. I'm starting to get all misty-eyed.
Not dead. Not dead! So how can you be so sure it wasn't Detective Arm who wrote the message?
It is very simple. She had struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance.
Do you imagine she was thrown back by the force of the blast?
A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also substantial secondary damage from the blast wind.
Detective Arm unfortunately hit her head on some rubble. It's stated in her autopsy report as well. Cause of death, trauma to back of head. Ah, the autopsy report. What an interesting clue you've given me. A clue!
Now do you see, Detective Arm could not have written that message. The reason for that being... she was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
Let's just press it. We're gonna press everything, then we'll figure out which thing in particular, although I'm thinking it's something in that autopsy report. Isn't it possible she could have crawled to the area of the bloody message?
If that were true, then how did she return to the spot near the entrance?
Maybe she crawled back after writing it.
Humph. I have taken apart your problem.
Hey, this guy just humphed me? Don't humph me. I'm the humper. I do the humping. Would you like to get down on the floor and give us a demonstration of your theory? Huh? No, thank you. This suit's very expensive. I've upgraded it. I added a chain. That cost a lot of money. I'm not getting on the floor. Huh. The victim's body and the writing are several yards away from each other. There's no way she could reach. Quite the conundrum. So that means something is off somewhere. There must be a contradiction. Ah, maybe the body was moved? That doesn't explain how blood got onto the rubble. What if that was done by the real culprit after the fact? If that's the case, then something about that might contradict the evidence we have. There's no evidence. Autopsy report. Cause of death, trauma to back of head. Trauma to back of head. With a flat object. But it's a point! There's a point on the rubble. Does that matter? I never know what they want. It's the adventure game logic in these things. Let's try it. I saved. We'll do it. Objection! Oh yeah. That's what I like to hear. You're a terrible liar, Mr. Tonate.
Was it something in my tone of voice?
Take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Detective Arn's head injury. Cause of death? Trauma to back of head, caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes, what about it?
Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed, not flat. Not flat. It's very sharp.
Ampersand.
Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy. Just like your hair. Did you headbutt her? Phoenix, no.
That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction?
I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. The purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. No. You claiming the culprit moved the victim's body? That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written the message. Your Honor, I have the results of the bloodstain analysis.
Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all.
Did they test every point of blood? I mean, I guess you could take a sample from that and a sample from that, and that would be enough. Wow. That was a little too fast, but okay. The writing was done in Detective Arma's blood. Added to evidence, good to have. It's not looking good for you, Mr. Beep Boop. You did it. You were right, boss. Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later.
Mr. Tonate, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself. We're not going to charge you with perjury or lying under oath. We're simply going to move on with the trial.